All right, hey kids, welcome to section 2.1, federal income tax. Today we're going to learn how to determine the amount withheld for federal income tax. So if you've ever received a paycheck, was the amount what you expected? And the unfortunate thing is, whenever you get a paycheck, you don't get to keep all that money. Federal government gets some, the state government gets some, Social Security, Medicare, all sorts of different people get some of the money that you earned. And so this chapter is all about learning about all the deductions that are going to come out of your paycheck based on all sorts of different requirements. So federal income is today. So federal taxes provide money to pay for federal government agencies and services. The law requires employers to withhold a certain amount of your pay for federal income tax. And we're going to use FIT as an abbreviation for federal income tax. So money withheld by an employer from an employee's paycheck to pay federal government taxes is called federal income tax. The Internal Revenue Service, or IRS, provides employers with tables that show how much money to withhold. The amount withheld depends on your income, marital status, and withholding allowances. So basically, every time you get a paycheck, your employer has to send part of that money to the federal government. Depending on how much you make, if you're married or single, if you have children that you're in charge of, those all go into how much money will be taken out for federal income taxes. The withholding allowances is the number of people an employee supports, which helps employers know how much money to withhold for federal income tax. So the more people you support, actually, the less money that you give to the federal government. You may claim one allowance for yourself, and if you are married, one allowance for your spouse. You may claim additional allowances for any others you support. That could be children, that could be parents, or any other family member. So to find the allowance amount, you're going to take the number of allowances and multiply by $63.46. And then your taxable wage is the gross pay minus the allowance amount. Now, this multiplied by 63.46 is one way that you can do it. Another way that you can calculate that is to take a look at these tax tables that we have. There's a single person table, there's a front and a back, and then there's a married person table, front and back. And so depending on if you're single or married, we're going to look in a different place to find whatever income is going to be held for federal taxes. So these problems are really quite easy. All you have to do is use the table. So find the federal income tax withheld each week using the federal payroll or the weekly payroll tables. So Dan Kane is a welder. He's married, claims one allowance, and he earns $390.50. So we need to go to married, one, and 390. So married, one, and we need to find 390. So that's going to be $8. So go to the married table, find one allowance, and then find $390. And so that would be $8. So that is our answer for 1A. Okay, 1B, Angie Kim is an executive assistant, claims two allowances, is single, and earns $435.95. So we want to go to marry or single, two allowances. So here's single, two allowances, and 435. So 435 is right here at $20. So that means that every paycheck, the federal government is going to take out $20 for federal income taxes. By the way, keep in mind this is weekly. So if you get paid every 2 weeks, then you would have double that. Selena Gomez, a musician, is married, claims no allowances, and earns $532.50 a week. So married, 0 and 532. Married, Married, 0, 532. Married, 0, 532 is right here at $30. So $30 every week. All right, last one on this page, Justin Bieber, a single garbage man, earns $152 a week and claims 9 allowances. So he's a single man with 9 children and he earns $152 a week. Single, 9 allowances, $152 a week. We're looking at right here. Nope, my bad. One more down. 152 right here. In any respect, that's 0. That means that the federal government is not going to take any money out of his paycheck every week because he earns so little and he claims so many allowances. Okay, here's some more. Find the federal income tax withheld each week using the weekly payroll tables. Mitch Watt is single, claims 4 allowances, and earns $587.94. So single, 4, $587.94. Single, 4, $587.94 is right here at $19. Okay, so that's 19. All right, Deb Boone is single, claims 2 allowances, and earns $293.23. So single, 2, and $293. All right, so single, 2, $293. Ooh, so notice this is an interesting situation. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Notice that it says 293 is here and it's here. So be careful, read up at the top. At least and less than. Now, 293 is not less than 293. So we actually have to go into this next row. And so 2 allowances would put us at $6. That's a really important point. Make sure that if you are on one of the edges of the bounds of whatever the wages are, that you read very carefully that you have to be less than the right number. So that's why we kicked it up 1. So that gave us $6. Okay, Steve Jobs is married, claims 1 allowance, and earns $1,234.56 a week. Okay, so married, 1 allowance, married, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 puts us on the next table. 1, 2, 3, 4 puts us right here at $104. So he's getting $104 taken out of his paycheck every week. And finally, Ray Kroc, the inventor of McDonald's, is married, claims 6 allowances, and earns $987.65. So married, 6, $987. Oh, we're already on the married. 6 and $987. So we are right here at 28. So $28. All right, so that's how you do federal income tax. If you have any questions, always remember to ask me. And remember to keep calm and keep trucking.